welcome to my channel. My name is Christmas the Reindeer because we make it rain here, okay? So today I will be telling you guys about the time that I got in-school suspension at my school. Now, in-school suspension at my school is basically like you get one of the football coaches and he comes into a room and he just sits there and just watches you. Mind you, you can't talk to anybody around you. You can barely talk to him. And then when you go to lunch, you have to sit at a table, at a section on the table by yourself. And you can't talk to anyone else around you. So, that's what I got. Basically, lockdown. Isolation at my school. I moved here when I was in 6th grade. So, right at middle school, I didn't have any friends. And I just kind of like linked up with the Hispanic kids. And, you know, we just became real cool, okay? Real dull, okay? So the way the shade and the shenanigans all went down was because, mind you, we're in like freshman, sophomore year of high school. So the mentality isn't all there. The patience is not all there. Everybody wants to be popping. Everybody wants to be the bad one. Everybody wants to be this, you know? So, of course, if you say something about somebody else, somebody coming for you. Period. Okay? So, what had happened was these two girls started arguing in the group. We'll call them Nikki and Maria. Why not? So, Nikki and Maria was like on the internet talking mess about one another. And then eventually it got back to one another. And it just was kind of irritating because you both know that you're talking about each other on social media and now you guys are upset and you don't see the problem. You guys were talking about each other. You guys are talking about each other. And you're upset and don't see the issue as to why the other person is mad. I see a problem in that. I don't know about anybody else, but I see a problem in that. So let's just carry on. So the girls are no longer kikiing with each other. So they basically formed their own two groups at this point. I'm in this group over here. And then there's the other group. And the other group like to talk a lot of mess about my group. And my group to this day is still for none. So it's just like you basically started talking big crap about the person in my group, and then your followers in your group want to bring it to the rest of us. You know, so it's just kind of like not everybody wants to fight, basically. Me, I wasn't like that. I was just like, this is stupid anyway. I just call it what it is. I was like, this is just dumb. This is just stupid anyway. So one day we're at break. Break is basically when all the grades come out and just kiki, basically. I mean, that's what it is. So they were in break, and next thing I know, the other group decides to sit beside my group. Okay, and like I said, the other group like to kiki and try and get on us and try and talk about us. And so now it's an issue because now it's like we're outside, this is the time to do it. Okay, so if you want to do it, let's get to it. So other group is just rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat talking, and then our group is just like nonchalantly, and then, you know, we eventually start talking back. And then the two girls, Nikki and Maria, connect. They find each other and all that madness, and that's when everybody else just kind of pipes down, because it's just like, now we want to see what y'all finna do. Y'all finna act a fool, or y'all finna be real cool, because y'all been talking a lot of mess. Now it's time to put it to the test. Oh, two girls start rat-a-tat-tatting, and then next thing I know, boom, they just start swinging. So I pull my phone out, and I'm like, I'm getting the video because I'm right here. I'll pull my video out. This girl, we're gonna call her Nisha. Nisha is walking beside me, and she's like,
These mugs is fun. Move.
And I'm like,
Move, bitches, move.
now that is the part that I got ISS for. Because I cussed. I said, move, bitch, move. Now, first of all, it wasn't even for their eyes to see, okay? But, whatever. I'm still recording and I get right up close, and then you see Nikki on the ground and Maria's like, so fast forward to me getting ISS. Since I'm the one that recorded the video, nobody else recorded it. I'm the only one that recorded it. I sent it to one of my friends. We'll call her Janessa. I sent it to my friend Janessa, and then eventually people started getting it from my email and Janessa's email. So we were both sending it to like the campus, both sending it to the high school at this point. Next thing I know, I see teachers watching it, and I'm like, no. Faculty has a hold of the video. So the only thing I'm thinking is, I'm going down. I'm going down for this, okay? The principal is so slick and so smart. He traces, because we had iPads, okay? Let's pause for a second. We had iPads and we had a tech guy that stayed in the library. So we had that support on deck. So if he needed something, bam, we called Joe. My principal went to Joe. Joe ran the IP address on who sent out the first email. And they, boom, connected it to me. Then they boom, issue. I meant to add in that they had got Janessa and ISS too. So they had connected the IP address back to both me and Janessa. So at this point, we're both in ISS. They got us. And they called me in the office. It was dreadful. I went in there. He was asking me questions like, why did you record? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You did it. Boom. Got me. ISS. Me and Janessa, we got ISS for 3 days. We're in there cooling, booling, tooling, do that we want to do. Because me and Janessa both only had one thing to do. Because we had a computer lab at third period, I think. Third block. Sitting there and we were, doing the computer work. Because you can only use the computer if you have computer work. So I used to do mine at the very end of the day. And I'll tell you why. Remember when I said that we have 3 coaches that come in and they watch us? So the first coach, Coach Dave, he comes in. He's that guy when it comes to coaching. He's the man. It's like, if you went to my school, you know who I'm talking about. Because he was the guy, because you'd be like, right. So he really didn't care, okay? So I was like, whatever. He really doesn't care. I'm going to be on his computer as long as I need to be, okay? I used to do my morning work when he was there. And then after lunchtime, another coach would come in. He was my economics and government teacher. I'm going to call him Coach B. Coach B would come in. And Coach B, I know Coach B because I had him as a class, so he didn't care. And that's how it came across. He didn't care. So I didn't care either. So I just kind of used to sit there and kind of stare at my phone because I have my head down like this and I have my phone in my lap. And I would just be looking down, and every time I felt him like shift, I would shift this way. And then I would just start looking at the computer. And I'll put my little hand up like this, and I would start knowing nothing was on my computer at all. Got away with it. Now, the last person that came in isn't really a coach. He's more of a sub. He came in, and he was the one that really is the one that got up and the one that walked around. Me and Janessa, we had a PowerPoint due in our computer lab class. And Janessa finished her early. Bad mistake. Shouldn't have did that. I waited for as long as I could because he came around one day and he's asked her, "What are you doing?" And she was on like Google, and he was like, "Do you have something to do for her class?" And she was like, "I did, but I finished it." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Get off the computer. You can't use it if you don't have that." And so when I heard him say that, I was like, I'm finna bull crap this assignment. I sat there from 1 o'clock to 3:15 every single day, just staring at my PowerPoint. And what do you know? My PowerPoint was actually about the school that I attend now. How ironic is that? But the whole time I was in ISS, my friends on the outside, my friends on the outside of the doors, they made like fake little posters and like little posts on Facebook that were like, free me and free Janessa. So it was like, ha 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 ha. But we're not gonna get out though. So, worst thing ever. Because you really couldn't do anything. You couldn't talk to anybody until that 3:15 bell rang. When that last bell rang and I had to leave and I used to get my little car and go home, that was when it was over. That's when I could talk to everybody freely. But from the hours of 7:45 to 3:15, nothing at all. Now, I want to give y'all a little bit of tea. So, also I was in high school, there was 2 other girls that didn't like each other. We'll call them Lilo and Angus. Lilo and Angus did not like each other at all. Okay? And so they used to always talk a lot of stuff about each other. And Angus got a mouth on her. Angus used to talk about any and everybody. Okay? I'm telling you, a couple times me and Angus almost went at it. Okay? So, Lilo and Angus were in these little stairwells and they was arguing one day. And then it just kind of went down.
No, don't even start your shit that it's my fault.
It's yours and the rags. Y'all sit down. Y'all talking about me. Yours and I was.
Don't say nothing.
Fucking touch me.
Don't say nothing.
I don't really know how it really happened because I wasn't there. But it did. I don't really have nothing to say about it. I just wanted to show y'all. So that's all I got for you guys today. So tune in next time whenever I upload again. I'm not really regular yet. Y'all know that. But when I become regular, I hope you guys like and subscribe and stay icy. Don't forget to give me a cute little subscribe and a nasty little like.